Hello, Gemini. This is your reading for April 2017, Love and Relationships. So it's just a few more seconds and then I'll cut the cards. Whoa. What came out? This is Five of Cups. Okay. Let's see the other cards. You have the Lovers. This is Three of Swords reversed. We have the Star in reverse. This is the Chariot. We have Three of Wands reversed. Remember your Aire. And you are represented by Swords. This is the Hangman. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And then we have a King of Wands reversed. Very interesting. So you only have one card with swords, this Three of Swords reversed. And actually you have two threes here. Also, the Major Arcana card, as far as Major Arcana, you actually have three, and they're very important. This is Lovers. This is the card of a spiritual union between two people, things coming together. And keep in mind, it's not always about two people in a relationship. Sometimes the Lovers is the connecting of two forces, the head and the heart, your subconscious and consciousness, okay? But I think that's very interesting. You go from the Lovers and then you go to the Star in reverse, which is sort of like having doubts, lack of a little bit of doubt, not feeling you can trust a situation. It's a disconnect from your intuition. It's a disconnect from positivity and optimism. So when we see this Chariot in the middle of your spread, this seems to be about wanting to move forward, harnessing those two forces. This Lovers card and Chariot are very much alike in several ways, because remember what I said about two forces coming together, being unified. The Chariot is the same principle. This is about two forces. You have the dark horse, the white horse. The dark horse is the subconscious. The white horse is the conscious. This is about the joining of two forces and moving forward and having power and moving forward to success. But it's next to the Star in reverse. Also, you do have a fourth Major Arcana in your future, the Hangman, which is about emotional sacrifices. It's about dealing with obstacles, learning to accept change as well. One aspect of that card, it's about learning to let go. It's learning to be in a very difficult situation and figuring out a way to accept that situation, even if it causes a little bit of emotional pain. And that's another theme I'm seeing with you as well, emotional pain and healing, because you have this Five of Cups at the very beginning of your spread, which is the card of feeling regrets, feeling sorry, okay? And then you have this Three of Swords reversed. This is usually the card of heartache and pain and disappointment, but it is about healing when it's upright. When it is in reverse, it means that there's a painful situation that you still haven't healed from yet. And maybe that's why you have this contrast where you don't have hope, but you're still trying to figure out a way to move on. And not only that, this Three of Wands is reversed. This is the card of positive expectations, waiting for success. You're on the path to, this is about someone having positive expectations for the future, much like the star, which is elevated as a major arcana card. This is a minor card. It's called a pip card because it's part of the sequence of ace through 10, 1, 2, the numbers. And so this is reversed as well. So when I look at that situation with the present, this desire to move on is sort of hampered by maybe unrealistic expectations, not feeling positive or confident about yourself. Okay? And then that is when we have this future energy here. I don't see any swords. All I see is this hangman here. So this is a very interesting situation. The more dominant theme I'm seeing from your cards, Gemini, is this emotional turmoil and pain with the 5 of Cups, the 3 of Swords reversed, the Star in reverse, this 3 of Wands in reverse, the Hangman, which is not reversed. We're looking at you in your inner energy, the way you're feeling and the way you're perceiving things. It's almost as if you're trying to heal, but you're doing it in the wrong way in this relationship. I feel like for some of you Geminis in the relationship, you have been hurt. You're in this lover's energy. You may be connected to someone, but there's a lot of pain involved. There's a lot of regret. Maybe someone hurt you and they came and they says, I'm sorry, I want to get back together with you. But things still need to, for you, there's still that element of pain involved. Okay? You're trying to be hopeful. You're trying to trust that everything is going to be okay, but you're still not sure. And that's past energy. But it's also continuing here in the present because the Star is reversed and the 3 of Wands is reversed. And those two cards are both about the future, having positive expectations of the future, knowing that you're waiting for news, you're waiting for positive news, you're waiting for a positive event to finally take place, but it's not happening right now. You could also, for some of you, be getting impatient in this relationship. Like, I want to move forward. It seems like things might be going on the right path, but there are things that I don't feel right about. I'm still hurt. And I would really like to feel that I won't get hurt again and I can move forward. So when we get here to your future, same thing. This hangman, still more emotional healing that needs to take place. But it also, remember that hangman is also about accepting. Okay? It's about accepting things that we cannot change, realizing that there are things that we have no control over. You shouldn't fight it. Okay? You need to just be patient. And just focus on what is the universe trying to teach you. Try to see things differently. And I think that's important when you see that Queen of Pentacles, because that Queen of Pentacles is all about stability, inner peace and happiness. In the material sense, it can also be about money, prosperity, and joy. But it's also about the way we are practical, the way we solve problems, having stability in our lives, okay, and feeling that things are finally coming together. The interesting thing is that we have this King of Wands, and you have this 3 of Wands, and the King of Wands is right under it. I feel like, this is a person that you're connected to who's sort of impatient and not consistent. That this King of Wands reverse represents the energy of another person who's kind of got you, you're in knots trying to figure this person out in the relationship. And that's for some of you. This King of Wands can also represent a different energy for you. Remember, fire is nurtured by air. And, once again, just a reminder, we do have our sun signs, which we consider our birthday, our solar birthdays, our solar new year. But we're all mixed up of different signs and elements, okay? And so this King of Wands is sort of like for some of you, it might mean that you get very frustrated and very impatient. Even though this Queen of Pentacles is trying to ground you. But most likely this could be a person that is really not being consistent here with this Three of Wands, which is about having those positive expectations, having that solid and consistent direction. And this person might even be someone who is a little bit manipulative, who's a control freak. And so that's what I'm seeing here, especially with, as I said, these cards here that represent a little bit of emotional pain, the need to still heal, the need to feel trusted, the need to feel secure. Okay? And so that, a lot of emotional ups and downs for you. So let's look at your outcome card to see how this is going to play out in the next few weeks. Okay, now I have a King of Pentacles reversed. So when you have kings in reverse and dominant energies, kings are dominant and they're active. When kings are reversed, we're going to have a little bit of some issues here in the relationship. We're having a reversal of fire, which is passion and desire and consistency, focus and loyalty. And then we had that Queen of Pentacles, but then even that gets reversed. It seems like this King of Wands reversed, this King of Wands is just someone that you're connected to who just consistently disrupts things. And you're trying to find stability here, but now this King of Pentacles comes in reversed and we're getting selfishness, we're getting bad decisions, we're getting stubbornness, we're getting someone who's not looking at the bigger picture, who's not able to work and compromise in solving problems. But more than anything, with these two kings in reverse, I'm seeing someone who's selfish, who's short-sighted, who only focuses on themselves, and they're not able to empathize or see how the other person feels. So yes, some of you want to be in this relationship. Obviously that's not going to apply to all of you, but I definitely feel like you're attached. Some of you are attached to someone that might make promises to you, that you have this strong connection that's very difficult to disconnect from. And yet, in spite of all the obstacles this person puts in your way, or the obstacles in a relationship that come between you two, it's still, as the Hangman has demonstrated, very difficult to walk away. And so when we see this King of Pentacles reversed in your outcome, you need to be mindful that this could represent a situation where you're working and trying to get things under control. You're trying to make this relationship work, but this person is not on the same page as you. They're not going in the same direction as you. And I also feel like this person is still capable of hurting you. Even though it seems like they come back, they apologize, they contact you after several weeks, they play games with your mind, and then once again, they kind of opt out. That's one situation you Geminis might be finding yourselves in. From a different perspective from the cards, in the way I'm feeling these cards, it can definitely be about you also trying to heal from this relationship, but still feeling that connection to that person. Your hopes have been kind of, your hopes and dreams have been kind of put to the side, even though you still try to move forward from the pain. And in the future, things might get a little confusing for you because this person might not be ready to let go. This person might still be keeping you around. So be mindful of that it could be that you should stop trying to control the situation, which is the lesson of the Hangman, and really try to focus on healing yourself first before you go back to that unstable situation with this person. Okay, so that was your reading, Gemini. And thank you so much for your comments, your suggestions, for getting readings from me. I really appreciate it. And I wish you love and light. And I'll see you in May. So take care, and I'll talk to you soon.